Hello everybody, my name is Davis Leaf and you are watching Leaf It on the Cutting Room Floor. Today I will be reviewing Mother. So, Mother is directed by Darren Aronofsky and stars Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem. Bunch of other cast members in it too, but if you don't know much about the film, I'm going to just let you figure that out for yourself. So, going into this movie, I'm not going to explain too much about the plot details because going into this movie, I want you guys to not know anything. If you don't know much about the movie, keep it that way. Coming out of the movie, that's a different story. This movie is the most thought-provoking, intense, artful, and mind-boggling movie I have seen all year. It's only been a few hours since I got out of the theater for it, and I've just spent a lot of that time just thinking about this film, contemplating everything that it was trying to tell. Now, let me talk about quickly what I kind of didn't like about the movie. At times it seemed like the cinematography was fantastic in the movie, but at times it seemed like they were doing too much of the same thing. There were a lot of close-up shots on the characters' faces, and that's how a lot of the movie is told. Not all the time, but a lot of it. The film is told through the eyes of Jennifer Lawrence through most of it, but I felt like there was a lot of scenes where I was like, can you expand the shot a little bit because this is hurting my brain? Because that, mixed with the intensity of the film, just is pretty crazy. But other than that, I didn't hate the cinematography whatsoever. It's just, I just want to know if they could have done that a little bit differently, and just seen how it would have turned out. Either way, this was an experience. This movie is a piece of film art. Something I was really wondering about the movie was also, I was wondering if they were using natural lighting. A lot of the shots also were just like really faded, and I felt like I had to squint to make out some of the picture in the film. But it looked like there was a lot of use of natural light, but don't quote me on that. I'm not entirely sure how natural lighting cinematography works, but it looked that way through a lot of the film. And what I took away from this film was so much. I mean, I'm not going to get too much into plot details, but there's a lot to absorb from this movie. There's a lot of hidden messages, different meanings, different ways to interpret it. And coming out of this movie, a lot of people are going to be talking about this, I'm sure, for quite some time, because this is one of the craziest films I've seen all year. It is the craziest film I've seen all year, and probably one of the craziest I've seen in my entire life. I just could not believe some of the things that Darren Aronofsky did in this movie. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, he really was trying to get a point across with this film. But like I said, there's so much you can take away from it, and there's so many ways to interpret it. And I was going to tear all of this down behind me and just put up a board of ideas on how to piece this movie together, because there's so much to think about, and it literally made my brain hurt. I was on the verge of a headache with how much I had witnessed in this movie. I don't remember the last time that my hands were literally sweating from clenching my fists for so long after seeing a movie, but that's what I was. I was just blowing on my hands because I was just so worked out from this movie. It was just insane. But coming out of it, I gotta say, I loved Mother. The replay value on it is, it's kind of interesting to describe, because if you're trying to piece the movie together and figure everything out, the replay value on it is very high. Almost seems like something Christopher Nolan would have done, but he wouldn't do anything like this. This is something for Aronofsky. And if you've seen Black Swan, you'd know that that's definitely the case. But other than that, the replay value on it wouldn't be that high, other than to want to figure the film out, because it's just a lot to digest, and it's just insane, and it's crazy, and it's fantastic, it's artful. You guys should definitely check it out, because this is what art looks like. The film Mother is what art looks like. So, as always, I want to thank you guys for watching my videos. If you like what you see here, you can just go ahead and click subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Thank you.